Today I'd like to talk to you about seeds and sowing seeds in trays with just paper and water. I've used this method and had extremely good results and been amazed at the speed in comparison to doing it traditionally and sowing in soil and waiting for germination and waiting quite a long time for things to appear, to the point of giving up in some cases and quite often failures in other cases. Now I'll give you an example of sowing seeds in the traditional method. If you look at this tray here, there are 6 cells in this tray, and at the time when I put the seeds in, it's a courgette. At the time I put the seeds in, there was 2 per cell, which is 12 seeds in all, and it must be getting on for a month since I did that. And as you see, I've got 1 seed that actually germinated. Now imagine if you were relying on a crop coming through and the disappointment is from 12 seeds that you put in, expecting each tray to be filled, to find that you've only got 1. So you've lost that time and you'll never recover that time. It's gone. So you've got to start again from scratch, and that puts you a month behind. Now, using the traditional methods, it is a little bit of pot luck. Now, using this method of spraying in paper and water, you've no need to plant a seed that isn't germinated, because you can visually see the germination taking place, and you won't plant a seed that hasn't germinated. Another example of that, I wanted to grow this one, which is Webb's Wonderful. Now I planted lettuce early in the year to give me a good start, and I planted 3 different kinds of lettuce. Webb's Wonderful completely failed. This one didn't. This one didn't. This is the plant of that sowing, and it's well on its way. We'll soon be eating lettuce from that sowing. This one also was sown at that time. That's well on its way, and we know we're going to produce a decent lettuce from it. The Webb's Wonderful, not one did appear. Now, whether it was my fault with overwatering, or maybe the soil as I was growing into didn't suit it, whatever it was, it completely failed. Now I've lost that time now. Instead of having my Webb's Wonderful alongside these, I've got to start afresh. Now I thought, oh well, I'll give this method a go. So I sowed some seeds, and I've shown you just now how it's done using this method. And I put the seeds in, sprayed them, left them in a box, and then you have to keep on top of looking and seeing the development as it goes, because you want to catch it at the right time. So each day I open the box and you just look in the paper and you see what's happening. And this I did. And to my amazement, absolute amazement, this Webb's Wonderful seed that I was on the verge of throwing away, thinking it's no good because it's let me down, I looked in there and every seed was germinated. within 2 days, which I found absolutely mind-blowing. So, okay, I've got my germinated seed. So, next thing I do, I potted it on. Now I've got these little mini trays. So I took the seed and carefully picked it up with this little stick here, and I placed it in there, and I just put the root inside this tray and then put it back where it belonged, and because they were very tiny at this stage, covered them with a piece of cardboard, which I recommend you do. Left it like that for 2 days, and I could see the seeds were taken to the tray that I'd put them in. That was 3 days ago. So we're now round about a week from start to finish. Now here are those seeds. Everyone germinated. Every tray's got one. 100% success. Within 1 week from sowing the seeds to me being able to show you a tray full of lettuce seed. Now, how good's that? That's wonderful. Right, now I'm going to show you now how it's done and how easy it is. Now, just hang on and I'll show you how we go. Right, we're sowing seeds. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm using coriander because I can make use of these when they do germinate. But basically, all you need to do is get yourself a little tray like this, spray with water in, piece of card that fits on the bottom of the tray, and a piece of kitchen roll. I write the name on the kitchen roll so I know what it is, because you can do multiple sowings of this. So all you do is give the paper a spray, take out the seed from the packet, sprinkle onto the paper, I like to spread them around so they've got a little bit of space. Not difficult at all, easy as that. Right, give the seeds a good spray. Right, fold that up into the box. And I like to put this on top. This keeps the box nice and damp. Over you go. Put the lid on and place this box now in a room that's going to be nice and warm. You could leave it in your living room, it doesn't matter, in your kitchen, as long as the room is nice and warm. And each day, maybe after the second day, you open the box, lift the paper and have a look what's happening. And by the time as you've spotted the fact that they've germinated and you see a little tail splitting out of the seed, that is the root. Now you leave that root until you feel that you can handle it without damaging it. Now let me show you some seeds that I've been germinating. And we'll go to that courgette that let me down. Right, you remember me sowing 12 seeds and only one germinating. Well, it's not going to happen this time because I've put in this tray, as you can see, 2, 4, 6 seeds. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see, are well germinated. That one hasn't, and that one hasn't. So, okay, I'm throwing them out. I'm not going to waste my time with them. Right. Germinated seed, courgette, simple. Bring in my tray. I'm going to pop these up in these cells. There we go. Nice little hole for him. Tail down. Plant him in. I'm going to leave just a little bit of it showing so that I can see that there's something in there. 2, 3, tail growing, root down, nice spray of water, right. I can confidently sit back and think to myself, I've got 4 courgettes growing. Now, I've got other ones that are growing. Now, here's one turnip. Lift the paper. Now, these are a lot smaller. Right, bring it up. Right, can you see the germination? They're tiny, so I've got to be very careful transplanting these. So let me bring the tray in. Right, just dip my stick into water and carefully move that. Can you see? Right, a little hole. Right, the tail is planted in. Remember, that's the root. Now I want these turnips, when they're growing, to grow in a small clump, because I want 3 in each pot. So that's number 2. Another one with a nice tail. 3. That's turnips on the way. We'll do one more just to demonstrate. There you go. 1. 2. Now, if you look closely at these seeds that are moving along, you find that root that comes out. It's got a lot of very fine hairs on the root. And at times, if you leave them in the paper too long, the hairs become embedded in the paper, and you have difficulty in removing them from the paper. So this is why you can't leave them too long, because you damage the seeds if you're scratching and trying to get them off the paper. So that's why I recommend every day, whilst you're doing this procedure, you look at your seeds and catch them as early as you can. Because at this stage, they're very forgiving. So, there we go. Yes, they're very forgiving. They sort of respond straight away. And by tomorrow, it'll recognise that it's in the soil. It'll be quite happy about it. And then by taking them out of the box and bringing them into full sunlight, that starts the next phase. That's where you see the seed head, which is there. You can see the seed head there. That'll break out into 2 leaves and turn green, and they need the daylight to do that. So that's it. That's how you do it. It's as simple as that. And you're guaranteed you know where you are. Now, this is brilliant if your intention is to put your seeds into trays or pots and grow them on. And also saves a lot of time, especially when it comes to growing outside. You put seed in the ground in a drill or something like that, and you wait weeks and weeks and weeks. For example, carrots. You can sow carrots and you don't see anything for a month, month and a half, even 2 months. Because the conditions need to be absolutely right before they move or anything. But by doing this method, you're in control. And as long as you can take care of these seeds, which these will go into a greenhouse, and they'll grow on with no disruption at all. And away you go. You're getting time that you're saving, months advance of waiting for things to grow on. So that's the best way to do it. So that's me saying happy gardening and happy sowing. Goodbye for now.